Hello and welcome to another episode of SoSouth Discussions. I have here Mr. Nagaraj Gali with me, who's a known political analyst of Andhra Pradesh politics. Now, Mr. Nagaraj, without much ado, I would just start with asking you. What do you think people can expect going forward? The change in the regime. What are the changes in the governance, in the administration itself in Andhra Pradesh that can happen with Chandrababu Naidu at the helm as opposed to YS Jagannath Reddy in the past 5 years?
So, at the outset, let me, Parisa, thank you for inviting me for this discussion, and good morning, all of you. So, to begin with, TTD, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, as you said, Mr. Naidu, soon after swearing in ceremony, he visited temple because he has got a lot of sentiment. See, he survived the bomb blast, landmine blast in 2004, before 2004 election, planted by Maoists. So, see, he keeps saying, see, I escaped from the jaws of death because of the God's grace. It is due to Almighty, so I am surviving here. So to keep with that sentiment, he visited the temple. So in this connection, he raised certain issues, say mainly focusing on the TTD. He said that he is intending to cleanse the system. So what is about cleansing the system means, so lot of allegations are there in Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams during Jagannath Reddy's government, and also during Rajshekar Reddy's government earlier. Because, see, Jagannath Reddy and his father, Rajshekar Reddy, they are known for their Christian beliefs. So, Jagannath Reddy's mother and sister, when he was in jail before 2014 elections, he campaigned around the state by holding Bible, so displaying their Christian beliefs. So after that, Jagannath Reddy's uncle, Y.V. Subbareddy, he became TTD board chairman. So Subbareddy is very close to Jagan's family. A lot of allegations were there at the time, particularly from BJP side, saying that he is a Christian. How could he become TTD board chairman? After all, Tirumala temple is a Hindu temple. So how could a Christian become the TTD board chairman? That is one allegation. Another allegation is that Karnataka Reddy, Bomana Karnataka Reddy, he was Tirupati MLA. He was left-wing extremist, left-wing believer. That means he has no faith in God. So being a non-believer of the God, so he was made TTD board chairman. That was another allegation. So after all, this election, heading the alliance, grand alliance, so comprising Bharatiya Janata Party, Janasena, and the Telugu Desam Party. So obviously, BJP is obviously how to oppose the kind of administration, the pro-Christian administration or non-believer administration headed by Jagannath Reddy. So Naidu has to ensure that BJP's agenda, that is one part. Another part is, see, TTD is filled with caste. So Andhra Pradesh, everyone knows, it is a polarized state between two castes. One is the Kammas, to which Naidu is belonging, and another one Reddys. So during the Jagannath Reddy government, it is alleged that TTD board and also TTD administration were completely filled with his own community. And also there is one executive officer, Dharma Reddy. He has become controversial, highly controversial figure. So he is a non-IAS officer. He came through Indian Defence Service, IDS.
Yes.
So he is now FAC, full additional charge secretary, EO, executive officer. This EO post is purely meant for only IAS cadre officers. So till this Mr. Samal Rao is appointed after the TDP government came to power. So this Dharma Reddy was EO, additional in charge EO for the last 2 years. So there is no depth of IAS officers in the state. So an IAS, full-fledged IAS officer could have been posted in that EO post to send out the right signal. That is not, that has not happened during Jagan Mohan Reddy's government. So obviously, so Naidu wanted to cleanse the system, focusing on these two issues. Other issue is, so there are allegations that, see, there is a free-for-all situation in Tirupati and Tirumala, ganja, liquor, and other anti-social activities. So I think there is no holy cow in any political party, whether it is the Telugu Party or Jagan Mohan Reddy, as far as anti-social activities, liquor lobby, and other things. So we have to see what kind of system he is change he is about to bring in. And another thing is sale of tickets in black market. So TTD for darshan, obviously, for example, one ticket officially is priced at 300 rupees. That price may go up to 50,000 rupees or even 1 lakh. So that the rackets involve even top level VIPs, ministers also. Particularly that Roja, Minister for Tourism, he was at the center of controversy, saying that he was involved in this kind of racket and he has made big money. So the four issues, so we can talk about the cleansing as far as the TTD is concerned, Naidu has been talking about. And another major issue, major change is expected to Naidu is expected to bring in is the administration. So as you know, Naidu has become victim of how the systems has been misused, particularly CID. So he has been in jail for more than 53 days in Rajahmundry Central Jail. So by misusing CID thoroughly. So another case, another instance where Raghuram Krishnamuraju, who was MP at the time, so Jagan Mohan Reddy's own party, so he was jailed and subjected to third-degree torture by the same CID. So particularly this police machinery has been thoroughly politicized. Not only Jagan Mohan Reddy's time, so that has been there for several years, even right from the Telugu Party government after TDP came to power in 1983, that rot has begun to spread. When Jagan Mohan Reddy came to power, it was at its peak. So generally in postings, particularly a lot of, see, before 2019, Jagan made a complaint to the Election Commission saying that this police administration was filled with Naidu's caste commas. So more than, see, he listed out more than 400, 500 officers in the top positions. They were all Kamma people, and the administration to be functioning in a fair manner. So it is not correct. So same thing happened after Jagan Mohan Reddy came to power. So his own community people, they were at the top positions in police department also, and also in other areas. So apart from postings on communal lines, see, there is another very bad system in practice is, so an officer, if he wants a posting, he has to get recommendation letter from the local MLA or minister, and also some money, Uttar and Dakshin. Uttar means letter, Dakshin means money. Without that, no officer gets posting anywhere. So not only in Jagan Mohan Reddy government, earlier was also there. See, if any officer posted at the recommendation of a political party, so how can he is expected to function in a fair manner? Like you and I may have some grievances. We approach the people seeking some fair deal.
Yeah.
But we have, when we will be subjected to some kind of abuse or maltreatment by political leader in power, how can a police officer do some kind of fair treatment? So that has become, see, politicization of police department highly deplorable in Andhra Pradesh. So during Telugu government, during Devendra Goud was Home Minister at the time. I'm talking about some 20 years back. So when Devendra Goud was Home Minister, there was a proposal to bring about reforms in police department.
Okay.
The reforms being, so appointing an independent body comprising some Chief Justice or High Court judge in service, and also with board of members from different areas of politically to ensure recruitment, postings, transfers, and everything. So if that is to happen, this kind of interference from political side can be ensured. So police department can function without the shades of political parties, politics. So that has to happen. Unfortunately, Naidu has not made any promise in this regard in the campaign, recent campaign, though he was a victim of abuse by the police machinery. So
that's where
definitely.
so that's where my question comes into the comes into picture. Even though there have been no many promises, but the message is clear when Chandrababu Naidu went to the temple, Sri Venkateshwara temple, and he actually said that, I am going to start with cleansing of this system. And as you very rightly pointed out, Shamla Rao, who's actually an IAS cadre officer who has been now appointed as the EO, with effect immediately, even though Dharma Reddy has not exactly resigned or anything. He's gone on a week-long leave. He hasn't even come back yet. But that exactly is the start of it. In fact, TDP spokesperson Jyotsna also said that, there were a lot of these change in the way TTD itself functioned. The Devastotrams, the Venkatesha Stotram that used to happen in the morning, they were no longer being heard for the people. You very rightly pointed out that, the tickets for Darshanam itself were being sold in the black. Any person, the idea of any temple is that no matter what your societal status is or what your economic status is, God's door is always open for anybody. That is the way the Tirupati, the Sri Venkateshwara temple itself has been built up, and yet all these things were in function. Now, with that thing, what is the message that Chandrababu Naidu is trying to put, not just to the people out there, but also his chief rival? Because Jagan Mohan Reddy has been, it's been for the past 10 years, it's been either Chandrababu Naidu or YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, and there has been bad blood between the two, as we all know. Now, what is the message that Chandrababu Naidu in this new avatar is trying to give out to the people of Andhra Pradesh, to the nation as such, as a new leader, as a newly elected leader, and also his rival?
So Mr. Naidu is expected to bring about a change, the change which is visibly different from the kind of administration or rule given by Jagan Mohan Reddy. So he has to, he has expressed that commitment. The governance or administration, which is far different, visibly different from the kind of governance given by Jagan Mohan Reddy, not only TTD. In any sphere of administration in governance in Andhra Pradesh government. So for that, basically Naidu is also a politician. He is not a spiritual man or not a politician. So he has to keep his flock away from this kind of activity. So what Jagan Mohan Reddy has allegedly committed sins. So Naidu has to ensure that he will be away from this kind of maladministration or misuse of officialry or politicization of TTD, government agencies or anything. So he has to be ensured, particularly by reining in his own cadres, his own political ranks. So too much involvement from his party side, if he ensures only, that will happen. Without that, see, there will be only change of color. So now Jagan Mohan Reddy's blue color all these days ruled. Now yellow, this TDP's kind of color will rule. There will not be any positive change in politics or in government. So Naidu has to clearly ensure that some kind of sanctity is there without any political shades. So to happen it, he will have to bring about radical changes, reforms. Say Naidu is known as a reformer. So before 2004 also he paid heavy praise for the kind of reforms he has introduced in power sector and other areas. He lost power. Still, see, we praised him as a very bold man, reformer. So now he is expected to bring in some kind of administrative reforms in the police department, government revenue, and other departments. To ensure that there cannot be any political shade in appointments, recruitment, transfer. There cannot be any interference from political side, from chief minister side or from minister side, from MLA side. Then only it will happen. Otherwise, no issue. And also, there is a very bad kind of hate politics is there. Hate politics. See, that has cast cast a shadow over development. Investor scare is there. So after Jagannath Reddy came to power, really he targeted certain industrialists like Gala, that Ramchandra Naidu's Amaravathi factory. So they are really doing a very great service in Rayalaseema area, Tirupati, providing employment, working in the hospital and other areas. So on some pretext, so he targeted the Amaravathi factory, and they really intended to run away from Andhra Pradesh. So really, if that kind of signal is there from political side, no investor will come forward, particularly in Andhra Pradesh, which has received very serious bruises after bifurcation. We have no capital here, we have no major industry here, we have no major airport whatsoever. Even if we want to fly to any foreign country from any part of Andhra Pradesh, we will have to go to Hyderabad and catch a flight. That is the
Which
bad
is now
situation.
the capital of Telangana. As of 2nd of June, it has become capital of Telangana. It's no longer the shared capital of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana.
Yes. Still, see, 10 years lapsed after bifurcation. Still, we are depending on Hyderabad for anything, not only for flight services, even for good hospital, even for any good coaching center, for any good college, anything. See, Andhra Pradesh is particularly craving for some kind of development, some kind of positive politics here, some kind of administration which is away from any kind of abuse or misuse or political interference. Naidu is expected to do this. Really, people are looking up to him for change.
So that brings us to the question of the capital itself. When Chandrababu Naidu became the first chief minister of the bifurcated Andhra Pradesh, he had gotten the center's grant, he had gotten center's approval to make Amaravathi as the capital of state of Andhra Pradesh. Everything was put into place. Then he lost power, and then Jagannath Reddy came. 5 years later, Andhra Pradesh still does not have a capital. There was talks of why is Jagannath Reddy calling Kurnool and Andhra Pradesh and Vijayawada. Amaravathi and Kurnool, Amaravathi and even Vijayawada as the three. It was supposed to be like the three papers, not Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, right? Am I getting it right? Visakhapatnam, Kurnool, and Amaravathi. These three places as three. A state having three capitals, and yet even that did not come to fruition. Now, it brings us back to the thing. Don't you think Chandrababu Naidu has a very challenging road ahead, considering the biggest thing that confronts him is his seat of power itself? Any state governance, there should be a seat of power, at least a notional seat of power. And today, Andhra Pradesh does not even have a seat of power because it lacks a capital itself. It's a supposed name of, there is no assigned city for the capital. Now, wouldn't there be where Mr. Naidu should be starting, like getting it on paper, getting the everything in function, and in fact make it do it on a expedited manner to establish any city? Now, I'm sure he is, considering he has been talking about Amaravathi is going to be the capital, he will establish Amaravathi. In fact, now it has to be expedited. Don't you think it is going to be a very challenging road ahead for him, considering all the hurdles that are there for it right now?
And not only one challenge in the former capital, there are many challenges, many daunting tasks are there before Naidu. This time particularly, after he joined hands with Narendra Modi, because all major issues are linked up with the center, with the NDA government. So let it be a special category status or Amaravathi, a capital in Amaravathi, not three capitals, one capital in Amaravathi, Polavaram project, then privatization of Visakhapatnam plant. Several issues are there linked up with the NDA government. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee or promise from any side, from BJP side, from Narendra Modi side, or from any top leader. This assurance was grossly missing during the election time. So we don't know how he will have to take forward his commitment, particularly capital commitment and other issues also. So in addition to this development aspect, Naidu has gone out all out with his freebies. So Jagan has given 3,000 rupees pension. He said, I will give you 4,000 rupees. Naidu has given, Jagan Mohan Reddy has given 15,000 under Amavadi, I will give you 18,000 or 20,000. If women, widows under Jagan Mohan Reddy government gets pension at the 50, he said below 45 years I will give you pension. So no dearth of promises. He has given freebies so liberally. He has to get funds from central government. Otherwise, state is not in a position to bear this kind of welfare politics with no development at all. Service sector is not functioning. Manufacturing sector is not functioning. There is no revenue. How can government go out with kind of dollars? This is a major challenge. Another misconception about the capital is generally, really it is great thing Naidu has done during his tenure, getting more than 30,000 acres from farmers, on win-win basis, without paying any compensation for land. 33,000 acres means he can do wonders. One can do wonders in any area with that kind of vast area building a capital. Capital means not only a seat of power for ministers, chief minister, or secretariat. So capital is a kind of some happening place that can attract investments. See, Hyderabad, what we are seeing, there is not only one capital, Governor Raj Bhavan, CM Bangla, or secretariat. Apart from that, lot of industries are there. IT icons have Apple and other company shops have come up. And pharma companies have come up. Business people from Maharashtra, Kolkata, Rajasthan, from across the country looking up to Hyderabad. So if capital develops on such a scale, it can attract investments, it can provide employment, it can ensure some quality of life. And this is the kind of development we are looking up to if capital comes up in Amaravathi. So really it is a challenging time for Naidu to get his promises realized. At the same time, there is one silver lining also for Naidu, because Narendra Modi is not as powerful as he was earlier. So he's completely depending on completely depending on Chandrababu Naidu, not Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar number is also matters, but Nitish Kumar's survival is also depending on Narendra Modi support in Bihar. Without Narendra Modi, he cannot survive in Bihar. So in this case, Andhra Pradesh is different. Completely Narendra Modi is depending on Chandrababu Naidu, not only in Delhi, even in Andhra Pradesh also. Every seat BJP has won only with the support of Chandrababu Naidu. So in this case, Naidu should take leverage, should hold the steering and get the state's due share. It is time for Naidu to seek his pound of flesh. So it was not the case during 2014 and 15, 2014 and 19, and 19 to 23 as far as NDA is concerned. So it is time for Naidu to act. That's what.
Thank you so much for your insight, Mr. Gali Nagaraj over here. I'm sure our viewers also have been able to, get to understand how Andhra politics matters, or TDP itself matters, not just in Andhra Pradesh, but also on the national level. And what are all the challenges that Chandrababu Naidu is going to face ahead in terms of building the state from the particular doldrums sort of a situation that it is in right now because of all the welfare schemes that have been there, and also keep up the promises that he has made in to rival that of YS Jagan Reddy, and because his welfare schemes had been notionalized, one of the reasons why people had been liking him also. Thank you so much for joining with me over here. I hope to see you again soon for more such questions and discussions on Andhra politics over here.
Thank you.